Well, a few months ago, I came out strongly against offshore drilling and exploration, and you can go to my website, tecklenburgformayor.com, and see a little video that I put together. I hope you've seen it. You know, it's not appropriate in South Carolina. You know, we don't have the infrastructure to handle it, even if there were proven reserves offshore. I don't know where you would put the things like the storage and the refining and everything that you would need to even service the industry if we were to have it. Where would you put it? Up the Edisto River or the Stono? I mean, the only real industrial property we have riverside is the Cooper River and maybe a little bit up in Georgetown. And are we willing to sacrifice our rivers and inlets to be able to service an offshore industry? I'm not. And I'm not willing to take the risk for our beaches and our tourism economy to subsidize what will end up just be a few dollars in big oil's pockets. And you know what's interesting, I was an oil distributor. I was a Shell and Mobil oil distributor most of my working career. I was a small business owner, and that was my trade. I know the business, and I know sometimes it's not a clean business. And if we had offshore drilling in South Carolina, even if you didn't spill a drop, and in all likelihood you would, you know, handling it after you get it out of the ground is a dirty business as well. It's not one that we want here in South Carolina, in my opinion. Well, thanks to the Coastal Conservation League for your efforts last year in helping get that state legislation passed. It makes it easier for citizens to take advantage of solar energy. And now that solar cells and equipment is coming down in price, you know, it's a good time for folks to take advantage of that. I think the city itself should set the standard in all city properties to the extent possible, try to engage and have solar energy. And one particular idea I have is not city property, but on the State Ports Authority. I mean, we talk about shore power for a cruise vessel. Wouldn't it be a great idea to outfit those long warehouses up at Columbus Street Terminal with solar panels and try to, you know, theoretically provide as much energy for the cruise ship from solar as we possibly could. Now, Charleston Historic District has a little bit of challenge with the Board of Architectural Review, and you certainly want to preserve our historic properties, and so we need to do a little extra incentive for folks and maybe for the industry to come up with panels that really fit in with and can be hidden to the extent possible, or at least mimic the kinds of roofs that we have and coloration and so forth, so that, you know, we don't just out of hand not allow solar to be developed downtown in the historic district. So that's going to take a little extra attention. But working with the league and the Sustainability Institute, I think the city should, using the current South Carolina law, promote solar use as much as possible. It's a great idea. We got plenty of sunlight here. Let's use it. Back to alternative energy, though, for a minute, if I may. We didn't talk about wind power. And particularly, you know, when you're talking about offshore drilling, we've got the infrastructure here in South Carolina and even in Charleston, albeit North Charleston, you know, to really grow a wind power industry here. And that could be offshore and would be wonderful. We've got this Clemson restoration facility in North Charleston, the wind test mill, test cell, just for turbines that are made in South Carolina up in Greenville by General Electric. So that's an alternative source that we ought to really be getting behind as well and try to make happen in South Carolina.